Yes. A very good afternoon, children. Today I will take the revision class for two process. Revision class for two process means the circulatory system and the excretory system. Okay. So when you start class 10th, in class 10, the process, the mechanism, the physiology is very important, and the revision for two topics. Number one, circulatory system of human, and the second one, which is very important, that is called so when we look at human circulatory system, the human heart is a very important organ. For taking you towards the revision, you have to see that the human heart, when it is four-chambered heart, are circulating blood throughout the body. What is important term for the circulatory system? Few terms again I would like to tell you that in human heart, the heart is measured with the help of one, that is ECG. What is the meaning of ECG? Test electrocardiograph. Electrocardiograph. Look at this. And you will see when you visit to the doctors, you will see that when they are going for ECG, there would be such type of image you will be taking from the ECG machine. And number two, case number one and case number two. You are looking, case number two is abnormal because the systolic pressure and diastolic pressure, you can see there is 120 mmHg of systolic pressure. I explained in the previous lecture, in the previous modules, that when the person's heart is working normally when it is working in a normal situation, the ECG would be very normal, and you can see comparatively the ECG, case number 1 ECG is looking normal, but you will see the patient number 2, the case of sometimes you are looking systolic is low, diastolic is high. Upside, when at the middle side when you are measuring, you will see that better way I can explain it. Like when I am just telling you two persons ECG, you can easily recognize the report that the patient number 1 at the middle, you are looking normal, but the patient number 1 means their systolic and diastolic pressure is not constant. There is a lot of fluctuation and the heart is not good. The heart muscles are not working good. The systolic pressure means sometimes when you look at the blood pressure, what do you mean by blood pressure? Blood pressure, the pressure developed by the blood in the vessels, that is called blood pressure. What is the normal blood pressure? 120 mmHg by 80 mmHg. The blood pressure is measured through the sphygmomanometer, through the doctor can listen the sound, lub and dub sound through the stetho. You can see. So when you look at this, the normal blood pressure, this is normal case. Case number 1 is normal, and the abnormal that patient is heart is not working normally, so abnormal, sometimes systolic can be there. The patient is of hypertension, it could be 150 mm Hg and 80 mm Hg. So this is hypertension, high blood pressure, high BP patient is there, hypertensive. The patients may suffer from the hypertension disease, and that patient would have to take a very important care step. So when we go for the revision of that ECG, blood pressure, you have to revise. Now, moving to the circulation of the human heart. In the human circulation, again I am going to tell you that the human heart is very well advanced human heart. There are double circulatory system, and you can see the double circulation system. You can see the double circulation. You can easily see the circulation like the four-chamber heart. When you are looking the heart, these are the auricles, or you can call it atrium, and these two are called ventricles and the lungs. Very easy. There are four-chambered heart, human heart. These are the ventricles, and two upper side chamber is called auricle. So first time blood is coming from inferior vena cava reaching to the right auricle. Okay. Then after right auricle, the serial number 2 is right ventricle. This side is the mirror image, right auricle, right ventricle. Then moving to the left side, left auricle and left ventricle. So the first time blood is coming to right auricle from the vena cava, and after that through the auricular ventricular wall, it is entering into the right ventricle, and then it is not going to cross here, but it is going to the pulmonary artery, and this pulmonary artery is taking blood from the right ventricle, throwing blood to the lungs. And this is very important. One exception, that every artery carry pure blood, but this pulmonary artery only, which is taking blood from the right ventricle giving to the lungs, is not carrying pure blood, because this side blood, right side blood, when it is coming from the body, it is impure, it is deoxygenated blood. So this deoxygenated blood between heart and lungs, it is carried by a special artery. This impure blood is carried by a special artery, and that special artery is called pulmonary artery. Got it? This pulmonary artery and this pulmonary vein, is carrying pure blood or oxygenated blood between lungs to the heart. Up to this distance, means between lungs to the heart, this pulmonary vein is carrying pure blood, because lungs is oxygenating the blood. Lungs is mixing the pure oxygen in this blood, so this is going to be pure. So the pure blood is going to be thrown into the left auricle through one vein, and this vein is called pulmonary vein. And after that, the blood is coming from the fourth number, fifth number, sixth, and then coming to the seventh, and the last, it would be thrown to the aorta. Already you have completed this aorta, the biggest artery, the eighth number. So when you will see the track of the circulation, number 1, right auricle, then number 2, right ventricle, then number 3, pulmonary artery, number 4, lungs, number 5, pulmonary vein, then 6, left yes, left auricle, then number 7, left ventricles, then number 8, aorta. So this is the circulatory path, right auricle, right ventricle, then lungs, then again left auricle, then left ventricle, and after that the left hand side blood is pure because it is coming after the lungs. And what is the work of the lungs? That it mixes the oxygen and the blood is going to be pure. Every artery carry pure blood, but one special artery which is not carrying pure blood, that is called pulmonary artery. And this pulmonary means lungs. The artery which is taking blood from the right ventricle to the lungs is called pulmonary artery. This is exception. Again, one exception is there, that pulmonary vein. Every vein carry impure blood except pulmonary vein. This pulmonary vein which is taken from the lungs, pulmonary means lungs. This takes the blood from the lungs and take again back to the left auricle. So this pulmonary vein is exception only between the lungs and heart. So it is, the exception is clear. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins are exception. The pulmonary artery carry pure blood. Pulmonary artery, this special pulmonary artery does not carry pure. It carry impure blood, and the pulmonary veins carry pure. Otherwise, all the veins are carrying impure, but except pulmonary vein. Pulmonary veins carry pure blood from the lungs to the. And this entry of blood, when the blood enters 2 times in the heart, it is called double circulatory system. It is called double circulation. When the blood is coming 2 times, because the first time when I am telling you blood is coming from entire part of the body reaching to the right auricle, then right from the right auricle to the right ventricle, right side below chambers. So this entry of blood 2 times in the heart. First time it is coming from the body to the heart, and second time when it goes out of the heart to the lungs, and again it is coming to the heart. You will see this 2 times entry is called double circulation. First time when it is coming to the heart from the body, it is called, it was impure blood, and second time when it is coming from the lungs to the heart, this time the blood is pure. So this 2 times entry of the blood in the heart is called double circulation. Otherwise there are 3 types of circulation. I told you in my previous lecture, like when you are going for the revision, you have to see very seriously once again. Like there are 3 types of circulation: systemic circulation, pulmonary, and number 3, coronary. Systemic, from the body to the heart, like from body to heart, from heart to the body, and from heart to the body back. Right? Now pulmonary, circulation between heart and lungs. Between heart and lungs. Got my point? Coronary, this 3rd type is a very rare one. You have to see from the body to the heart, okay? From the heart to the body. Systemic, not systematic. Systemic, got my point? From the body to the heart, from the heart to the body. Pulmonary, between heart and lungs, since the meaning of pulmonary means lungs. And 3rd one is, you will surprised to know that, okay, the heart is pumping organ, it is supplying blood to all the parts of body. But heart is also an organ. it does requires energy. It does require oxygen. It does requires energy for the survival. So, coronary circulation is a type of circulation in which heart is supplying blood to the heart. Means from heart to the heart. Coronary means, now you will be able. Coronary means from heart to the heart. To the heart to heart. This is okay. So when you look at the human heart, you have to see the circulation, blood circulation, right? Now, so it was about the differences between these circulation, the double circulation, okay, the path of circulation. You can also review for the differences between artery and veins. I explain, and I'm sure that you have completed it very well. Now, the excretory system, as I told you, that I will revise the two process. Number one is circulation and number two is excretion. So when you look at the excretory system, human urinary system, in your previous class, you have studied the human urinary system, the bean-shaped two kidneys are there in the human urinary, very well prepared by children. This is the human urinary, where the blood is coming from the renal artery so this blood is from the renal arteries reaching to the kidney, and then no doubt the very small structure are there which are called unit of excretion, and these are called nephron. Look at this. The nephron is very minute structure which is present in numerous number, and these are called the filtering units of the excretion process. Smallest unit of the human urinary system is nephron. I will explain also about this. And this, when the urine is formed in the Bowman capsule, in the nephron, then it is passes to the urinary bladder through the pipe that is called ureter. And this is called urinary bladder. Okay, so when you look at the whole urinary system, you have to focus in the smallest unit, nephron. Now moving to the smallest unit, nephron, I will take you towards the nephron structure and working of the nephron. Otherwise you can easily draw this diagram, and I am sure that it's not tough for you. You can easily go for this human urinary system. But now the smallest unit of the excretion, the nephron. Don't confuse that is neuron. Neuron is the part of the brain, the unit of the nervous system, neurons. But here nephron. Transverse TS section of nephron. I am having 5 minutes and I would like to explain you. The TS of nephron. Now these are efferent arteries. Bunch-like structure is called glomerulus. Efferent arterioles. Arteriole. Glomerulus. And now this structure is called Bowman's capsule, or you can say Malpighian body. Bowman capsule and glomerulus, including these two, we are calling it Malpighian body. And now the U-shaped structure, loop of Henle. And this is collecting duct or tubule. Proximal PCT and the DCT. Proximal means very close to the Bowman capsule, that is called proximal convoluted tubule, and DCT is distal convoluted tubule. So there are three steps. One process is called the first process, where the blood is filtered. First time when it is taken by the little vital arterioles and it is taken back to the through the narrow, so whole blood is not going to be entering this, so there would be a pressure. Okay, so this hydrostatic pressure of 60 mm Hg allow this blood to move in this, and that is why it is reaching to the Bowman proximal convoluted tubule, the loop of Henle. The first filtration takes place. This is called ultrafiltration. And second, selective reabsorption. And third one, the selective reabsorption taking place in the loop of Henle, where the important minerals and water is absorbed in the body with the help of DCT, with the help of ADH hormone, and that is going to be returned back to the body, because the waste material is going to be directed towards the collecting duct, where the unuseful waste material is going to be taken to the urinary bladder, and rest useful like sodium, potassium, minerals and water. 80% water should reabsorb in the body, and that is taken back to the human heart. So this is the process of urine formation, and this process taking place in the nephron, where the first process of the ultrafiltration taking place in the Bowman's capsule. First time the nitrogenous waste are going to be excreted out, going to be filtered. Then second, the reabsorption also, which is more important steps. The selective reabsorption process takes place in the loop of Henle, where the minerals and water is reabsorbed, taken back to the human heart, and only unuseful waste urine is going to be excreted out through the collecting ducts. Because when we are losing any useful substance from the body through the urine, that is not a sign of healthy. There may be hematuria, there may be glucosuria, there may be ketonuria. So person should not lose any important diamond and anything of the body. So it was for the this revision of the double circulatory system, revision for the human excretory system. Okay, and the artificial kidney, when a person suffer from any kidney disease, then kidney is not working naturally, then we go for the artificial hemodialysis process. What is the hemodialysis? It is a process in which the blood is taken out from the body, and artificially we remove the nitrogenous waste in a different system, and after removal of the nitrogenous waste, again the blood is taken back to the body. That is called artificial kidney working or hemodialysis. the filtration of the blood. It means the blood is filtered out, the purification of the blood is completed in the nephron. Oxygenation is completed in the lungs. So don't confuse between oxygenation and between purification of the blood. Oxygenation work is mixing the oxygen in the blood. Blood is pured. Blood is full of oxygen in the lungs. But the kidney is doing the purification. Blood is pured. Means the removal of nitrogenous waste is very well completed here in the nephron, not in the lungs. Children, for the assignment you can write on your own that there are 5 questions. You can write again. Explain double circulation. Number 2, explain working of nephron. So you have to write in a full question, that is long answer type question. There are 2 5 marks question. Explain double circulation in human heart. And the third one is explain working of nephron in human urinary system. I'm sure that you are going to write these 2 questions. Thank you for listening to me. Thanks a lot.